Hello to all Adaptation viewers, both new and old. My name is Jennifer Dick, and guess what? What? We have come to the time for yet another of our Dreamcasts, or rather, my Dreamcast, to be more specific. After all, I am the one casting, and the book I'm focusing on today is Once Upon a Marigold by Jean Ferris. Now, this book was one of my favorites growing up. I absolutely loved it. It has a little bit for everyone, playing on fairy tales, comedy, drama, and essentially poking fun at all of it, which made it kind of a pain to cast. See, I wanted a casting that would take it along the same lines as a cult classic like The Princess Bride. Maybe I've accomplished that, maybe not. How about you tell me? So starting as usual with the main character of the book, which, believe it or not, is not actually Marigold. The main character of Once Upon a Marigold is in fact Christian, a child runaway turned inventor with an avid curiosity, but who's a little bit naive due to his inexperience with the real world. And I've chosen Alfred Enoch for this role. Does this name ring a bell for anyone? If you thought Dean Thomas from Harry Potter, you'd be right. He has a certain charisma to him, and with the dimples, you can definitely imagine him as being the ideal bulwark and main character of the story. And next, the actual title character, Marigold. Princess Marigold, to be more precise. Marigold is described as small, dark-haired, and rather serious and solitary due to her having a rather unfortunate fairy gift. And no, I'm not going to tell you what it is. Now, I've cast Zoe Dutch as the title character. She has an underlying sadness or thoughtfulness to her normal expression that actually does kind of disappear when she smiles. And this will definitely come in handy when Marigold starts cracking her terrible jokes. Moving on to the parental figures, starting with Edric, Ed, who's Christian's foster dad, a troll living in a cave in the middle of the forest. Ed can be a bit gruff sometimes, often flustered, and is known for mixing up common expressions so that they don't make a lick of sense. That's my favorite part. Anyway, I think that Peter Dinklage would be absolutely hilarious in this role. He'd be able to serve up the lines so seriously that they'd become even funnier. And as Ed would say, gotta take the bear by the horns. Bull. No, it's not. That's the absolute truth. And then to Marigold's father, the lovable but dotty King Swithbert. At the beginning of the story, at least, Swithbert definitely has a few crayons short of a crayon box, a few fries short of a Happy Meal, a few Hansels short of a Gretel. You know, the lights are on, but nobody's home. And in my opinion, no one could play endearing dottiness like David Hyde Pierce. TV actor, film actor, voice actor, Broadway star, David Hyde Pierce has done it all. And I would personally like to see him do even more. Last but not least, we have Queen Olympia, who's Marigold's mother and, spoiler alert, the antagonist of the story. Olympia's overbearing, bossy, kinda ruthless, and yet never goes anywhere without her pet ferret. He even talks to it. And with this strange mixture of characteristics, can't help but picture Elizabeth Banks. She can play beautiful and cold, and yet we've also seen her humorous side as well. And Olympia needs to be both intimidating, but also a little bit ridiculous, which now I think of it, kinda sums up the entire book as a whole. Now, as I said, I had a bit of trouble coming up with some of my castings, and I am by no means completely tied to the choices that I've made. So if anyone has any other opinions that they want to share, the channel is always open. Even if you don't have anything in particular to say, check out our other social media anyway, and maybe our podcast on iTunes as well. We will be back with yet another vlog in a couple weeks' time, and until then, isn't it a fine kettle of birds of a feather we've gotten ourselves into?